Welcome to Yes Offense. Trigger warning, disclaimer, whatever you want to call it. This podcast will feature graphic language about sex, race, violence, and anything else that might make people uncomfortable. However, this is a comedy podcast, and everything and anything talked about on it should be viewed as an attempt at humor. Like, if you hear anything on this podcast you don't agree with or like, please just turn it off. No one on here is a politician or actually affecting the way you live. So if you genuinely have a problem with anything said on here, redirect your energy at a real issue going on in the real world. Now let's get into the show. Because you said I'm looking retarded and just gone into the ether.
Have we started? My thing's a little loud. Can I turn
Which one?
My
your
just
mic?
Everything is a little loud in my.
Oh, you're a bitch, dude.
This is like the opposite of typical podcast.
I knew you'd be bitch.
You're like, wait, did we miss a retarded? We gotta.
What else?
Is it all supposed? Is all
there.
The same? Oh yeah, that's good.
You good now?
I'm good.
Pussy.
I'm good.
Yeah, you fucking bitch with your. Nah, I like you a lot.
Smoke weed?
Yeah. Oh, that's weed?
Yeah. Do you want?
I'm too loud. Yeah, dude. You fucking send that shit over here. You never have to ask me if I want weed. It's always yes. And if it's no, Paddy, something's wrong.
What if I'm a cop?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude.
Have we started recording,
yes,
by the way?
We're recording.
Oh, we're in it. Okay,
this is in it.
Okay,
dude.
now I'm going to completely change my personality.
Now
that we're doing a podcast, now I'm here. Hey, how's it going, Paddy? How are you?
Yes, offensive.
This is what we do.
Tactically inserting slurs into dialogue.
Yeah, that's a great argument. You're like, no, we're very tactical. We're very professional. We
Very
slide them in when you
precise.
least expect them.
Yeah, dude.
SEAL
If we're
team
talking like
Spix.
type, yeah, dude. If we're talking like types of drinks, I'm like, I'll have a Negroni. You got it.
Oof,
You see
that
what's
was
going on there?
yeah, really.
You got it right there, dude. Try to say I'm wrong, dude. Try to pause that
You
and
gotta
say
be
I said
careful because I went to school with a couple of those.
it. Oh yeah. Are you trying to say?
These blacks.
Is that what you're saying?
That's a hilarious
Is that
soundboard.
Alan? Did you like?
No, it's.
These blacks.
Do you know it?
That
No.
sounds like my mom.
It's Olivia Soprano.
Oh,
okay.
It gets brought.
Why is she hotter now?
Dude, I say that I've talked about this all the time on the pod. I'm gonna do a short like a thing about it one day. But you know who Fairuza Balk is?
No.
You see The Craft?
No.
You've seen American History X?
Yes.
She's the girl who gets fucked by. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I turned friends.
Dude, that girl.
I
She's,
want to be horny. Who is this lady?
You've never seen Fairuza Balk. Hold on, I'll
Yeah,
pull her
yeah,
up.
bro, you'll get horny. Give it a second.
Somebody get me horny right now.
She's in a lot. She's like a cult actress almost.
Dude,
and
she has that gap in her teeth that I feel like she could give you a load and then just spray it at you between
Dude.
the two.
Oh, wow.
Just a little-
Michael Strahan
Gotcha.
style?
Yeah, dude. She's
Shoots
in like
loads.
yeah, you know her. She's in like mad movies, and she's hot to me in like everything.
Let me
She's
see.
beautiful, but in American History X, so much hotter as a Nazi, like so hot.
See, I disagree
as
because
the
she's got
Nazi
the shaved
chick.
head. I'm not into the
Nah,
shaved
dude.
head.
You know what it is? I don't know where it came from, but something got into me when I was younger. Where women who are hot with short hair, I'm like, I'm not going for it, but if I can hook up with one, I'm there.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm so incredibly straight that I.
Oh yeah,
I need. No. I'm honestly, I'm kind of into chicks with armpit hair now, but it's harder to find.
Wow.
dude. Done
Dudes?
it. Yeah.
Done it?
No, done it. Like a girl, she took her shirt off a little while ago, and she had armpit hair, and man, did I not care.
Yeah,
like at all. Like I was like, oh well. And I did bring it up later where I was like, I'm not the biggest fan, but I've just realized I don't care.
Yeah.
But if
I am the biggest fan. Like I am.
You
I
like
am-
it?
I don't know. It's kind of like because I grew up in kind of like a frattier environment where that would not everybody be like, ew, she has armpit hair. So now I'm just like, oh, dude, my dad would call me gay for this. Like, I'm like, dude, I would get some comments back home for this.
Yeah.
Do you like do stuff to it, or are you just like having it there?
I'd probably sniff it. Yeah, maybe lick
See,
it.
I'm not one of
Sniff
those.
it.
I got
I'm not
real
a-
issues.
You already
Patty's-
know what an armpit smells like, though.
Yeah, but it's like a I don't know.
It's a stranger's one or a girl's.
It's kind of hot. Also, that she doesn't give a fuck. She's like, yeah, I don't need to shave my armpits for you. She's like, this is like, I don't even
Yeah.
care. And I'm like,
Also,
yeah.
like women's sweat still kind of smells good.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's like a fruity. Like
Yeah.
remember when like little girls would like spray like
you like the smell of little
strawberry
girls?
over-
That's what you're like.
little girls. You could have phrased that anyway,
I
right?
stand with my president. And I smell girls' heads from time to time.
That's a great angle. Being like, no, I don't want to fuck them. They just smell good.
I'm just
They're just the
patriotic.
best smelling.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, literally, if you put it on a timeline, the best smelling people might
Yeah,
technically
might be
little girls.
girls.
Yeah.
It's not a might be.
If you can isolate the scent and
Yeah.
out of the person, you're like, this is just the scent of a person. You put it on a jar.
It's
that
like
might
the
be.
Coke and Pepsi test. Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
just
yeah.
sniffing a bunch of people, and you're like, I liked number 7. You're
They
like,
just shoot you in the
you
head.
mean age number 7? That's a little girl.
How do you feel now?
You might be a pedophile.
Yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy.
That's the tricky thing about all of it is like if everything was a smell basis, like we would all be
Fucked. Yeah. I've been going too much cologne. I just got out of a breakup 10 weeks ago. I need to stop acting
Yeah,
like
man.
this
You don't have enough gel in your hair to be doing cologne overdue.
I know, dude. I get the Sauvage, the Johnny Depp one.
It is
Oh
nice.
yeah,
It
he's
is.
burying jewelry in the desert
Oh, yeah.
in his commercial.
It is nice because Michael's staying with me right now, and like he puts on enough cologne to like
You walk by.
to raise the basement smell of like our entire apartment.
Yeah.
So like, because our apartment smells pretty bad.
Your apartment's disgusting, and I hate it.
Yeah,
I don't like going there.
There's somehow spiders and cockroaches. And cockroaches,
Yeah.
spiders are supposed to kill the cockroaches. So you have so many cockroaches.
We have an ecosystem.
Yeah.
Dude, but the smell in there, if a girl like walks through there, like her smell mixed with our smell, it creates like rain. It's like a cold front meeting a hot front. Oh, baby.
Did we
Sorry.
catch any of that?
No, I'm just getting the brightness. I forgot about the brightness thing. It's cool.
Yeah, people are going to want to see me.
Totally
looking bright.
professional podcast.
Now they know who we are. All of our secrets.
I
are
thought you were going to
revealed.
do like a blacked out face kind of thing.
Oh, like Gangland?
I like the smell of little girls.
I don't know why it wasn't a choice. It's just the way God made it.
Something happened to me when I was younger. Someone did something to me. I'd rather not get into it.
Yeah, I huffed a child. I was on the
No, he
streets,
got huffed. You got huffed.
Yeah, I got high on the light of the Lord.
That is a hilarious pedophile move at the grocery store, just to pick up a child, smell it, and sprint out.
Oh, thank you so much.
Just run as fast as you can.
You could get away with that for a while.
It's like Home Alone. So
For
it's like, stop
sure.
that man, stop that
Yeah.
man.
What did he do? He sniffed my child. And most people would be like, what? Like, just weirded out. But it would take a bunch of those before it's reported.
Yeah.
If you don't touch them and only sniff them, is it against the law?
If I were a pedophile, this is how,
Jesus Christ.
this is how I would do it.
Like, what's that Rihanna or the Beyonce song? If I was a pedophile, I'd chase after kids.
I would
Jesus Christ.
I would dress up in like all rainbow colors and just hide in the bottom of a ball pit. And just like the Loch Ness monster, pick off my prey one by one.
Jesus Christ, Paddy. Oh my God, it's like a horror movie.
And then when the cops come, I just arise from the ball pit. Just spit out a couple of balls. And run out.
Yeah. Amongst other things.
Yeah.
You disgusting man, dude.
Oh, but I'm not. So
I'm glad.
So that's not what I'm doing with their time. Like that's so. It's funny. Like when you become a pervert, like the options of what you can do in your free time open up drastically.
Yeah, dude.
You're
What do you
like,
mean?
I can just. You're like I have the afternoon off. I could like go to the library, or I could just follow a woman.
Yeah,
around
I was
for,
just
like,
thinking that. You could just pick a
blocks.
woman
Yeah.
any day and just be like, I'm going to creep on this and follow her everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, this
Yeah.
is an interesting thing to break down. Is do all perverts not have job? Or this is like post. You kind of when you lose your job. This is interesting. This is my anti-cancel
This is-
culture.
Get ready
argument.
for an interesting one.
Yeah. If we keep firing people for being pedophiles, they just have more time to figure out how to fuck kids.
True.
So we should have them fully employed. Maybe they should have to work 2 jobs. Just keep it un-kid related.
Right.
What job is like pedophile safe?
Well,
Yeah, that's a good one.
working with old people.
An old
Yeah.
person.
Convalescence, yeah. To go to the opposite side of the spectrum.
Yeah, like hosting bingo at like an old person's home.
Yeah.
That'll make
CPA,
them,
yeah.
That'll make them so unhorny. We need to push it down.
Yeah.
Cool them off.
I think if you catch a pedophile, you should stick them in a cage and stick a gun in their head and be like, sing or do something. Because all the great, like R. Kelly, Gary Glitter,
Yeah.
they have like one banger. Or whatever.
Yeah,
At least with Gary Glitter, it's one banger.
Yeah.
And then R. Kelly's a shit ton. Michael Jackson. So many pedophiles are gifted. So you got to find out if they're gifted before you
Right.
fucking...
That is
True.
Very good point. Yeah.
Yeah, hand him a pen and a paper and say, write me a script.
Yeah, dude.
Write season 4 of Ozark.
You thought that was the best season?
Oh, are they've done 4 seasons?
It's done, yeah.
Oh, my Zark. I didn't know that.
I was still trying to think if there was a banger pedophile joke in there because you're like, they'll make a banger. And I'm like,
Oh.
They make a bang.
Yeah. Well, House of Cards was secretly a pedophile show.
Another guy. Act, sing, produce music, do something.
Yeah.
And then if they can't, you murder them. That's how I
That
think
is not
of
a bad plan.
it. Yeah, who cares?
I like a path to redemption.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
gotta-
think we throw him in the belly of the beast. Teacher.
Oh, no. By the way, dude, the teacher thing is out of control.
It's really bad.
It's bad. Like, anyone who I meet now is like, I'm a teacher. I'm like, why?
Yeah. No, it is really bad because I never got the chance to get
I
one
mean,
of those.
you
We
get a
had
whole summer off, and you get to fuck all those hot kids.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's like we had the thing. It's so funny. I was talking to somebody else about this. Like, we had like one of those teachers try to like bang a kid, and he like told all his friends about it and got her fired. And I don't think I've ever been more furious at a situation in my life. Like, I'm just watching the Israel-Palestine conflict with no emotion. And then when I was like 16, I was like, you don't do that to somebody. You don't get that teacher fired. She was hot. That was our dream. And you stepped on it. And I've never felt more passion for anything in my life. And now I'm like, it's so funny because that woman was just a pedophile. But
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm like, she was a wonderful lady.
I think male teachers are the only people who have ever seen a hymen in their life.
Jesus Christ.
Nobody else has ever seen one.
A doctor who is
It's
mostly
not
a pedophile.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure more heads of toothbrushes have seen.
Jesus Christ.
This is
Than
I
anything
like Patty just being as
Hold on.
many.
Hell yeah, Patty. We're hitting you with a real button for that.
I like Patty just making this the most pedophile.
Yeah,
episode.
man.
And then you just saying Jesus Christ. It's a great dynamic. to see.
This is my podcast, but I have not really affirmed anything you've said except killing the pedophiles. So I'm in the clear still.
Yeah. Well,
I'm undecided on where I stand with them.
I'll tell you what. Once this is over, though, I'm sprinting out of the door because I don't want the people who are listening to this through the.
Yeah,
door.
there's hot chicks in that bar, man, and they're
They're
just
really-
sharing that information.
Isn't that crazy?
I didn't know how to whisper that information, but I was
Yeah,
like,
let's move on. Let's move on.
That's fine.
I'm so nervous in situations.
really?
Dude, I get so nervous in situations like that.
They've
Really?
heard
Yeah.
you, and they're telling all the other girls they know about you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. I used to do my podcast with
I
my.
listen to him. He has cooties.
We used to do. I think one of the reasons my girlfriend fucking broke up is because we did the podcast in the other room, and for like an hour we'd be like jizz, farts, retarded, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I'd come into the room and be like, that was a really good episode. I was like, I think that's the best one we ever did.
We
she'd be
really
like-
treaded on new water. That like, you did the same thing.
Yeah, no, man. Anto's pretty cool. My roommate. She just ignores me.
Yeah, you have a great apartment.
Thank you.
Great roommates.
Oh, you
living
wanna-
situation.
You have like the most high power progressive boudet I've ever seen.
I know, dude. We don't fuck around here.
I feel like it gives you a sex change. Like it cuts it off and
You-
folds it.
well,
all
you
those-
can-
Did you
control
let
it.
it go? Did you take a spin?
No, I was trying to do this podcast as a man. I didn't want to have it flip my dick
You
inside
didn't
out.
want to be whistling through the
Yeah,
episode?
yeah. No, I didn't take it for a spin. But I my brother has one, and it hits too hard sometimes. Like I don't.
you can control that one. We keep it in the middle.
Yeah.
It comes out solid.
I've never
and
done
then
one.
They're the best, dude.
Should I do it now?
You
and
can try
come
it
back
after.
and review it.
We'll help you,
I've
dude.
never done this. I don't know what percentage of
Wait, can we
listeners
bring the microphones into the bathroom and have a live reaction of you getting boudade?
I don't know. Is that possible?
We can't. No, it won't reach over there. But you
You
could
don't
go.
want
in-
to break the internet.
You
know when
can.
people say that? Break the internet is like a drive on some.
Yeah.
You could go in there and do it, and then come back if you want.
All right. Should I do? Well, you're gonna have to show me how.
Oh God, I don't want to pause the pod for that.
Can you show me how?
I'm not getting up and showing you, no,
Okay.
because then that puts the
I'm
whole
like
pod on
scared,
pause.
Dude. I'm like really scared.
It's definitely an experience where you're. Well, have you ever? What do you do in the shower? Do you let water?
What do I do in the shower?
No,
Jesus Christ, this is a Christian podcast. What do I do in the shower?
like with your ass? More. Sorry, is
Oh,
that
sorry,
less
yeah.
intimate?
Yeah.
I
do you-
have a bar of soap.
All right, but do you get in there with it?
Of course. I mean, I
Okay.
don't like twist it up and fucking.
No, but you get your that bar of soap's probably been
Break
up
off
your
a
ass,
piece
right?
The bar of soap, not up. Like I'm not like I said, I'm not squeezing the soap.
No, I
into,
don't
like,
get it.
And
I don't insert it, but I definitely take
I
it.
mostly go. I scrub like
Yeah.
Finger my
scrub.
ass with soapy finger. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
You don't
too.
do that?
I got a
mean, I'll
knuckle.
do that
I got
once
the.
in a while.
I got a knuckle.
I get close to. I had a woman's knuckle on my butt yesterday.
Wow.
But
Oh.
Knuckle butt.
yeah.
Hold
Whole
on.
knuckle butt.
Wait, you got chuckle fucked on a knuckle butt?
Hell yeah, brother.
I take that. She was a really nice woman. Take that off.
Nah, I
I'm
won't
just
do
kidding.
Wait, you got? See, I've had girls, try to breach, but I always am like, hey, chill. I've had tongues up my ass. That's different.
Yeah, I've had that too. But
That's
it's like,
fun, though.
I just feel so bad for Patty because this is like once a week I'm just talking to him about me getting my
Yeah.
ass eaten or something. I want to give him a break from these conversations.
I wonder if Joe Rogan also hired Navy SEALs to protect his ass from his wife's fingers.
Patty, you could.
Mrs. Rogan, take a step back, please. He's got a podcast in 4 hours and another one in 8 hours. You can't be sitting on a chair that long.
Dude, so much roids. His asshole has veins on it for sure.
Oh, yeah, dude. He definitely gets hemorrhoids.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've gotten hemorrhoids.
dude, when you're just eating elk and drinking black
Whiskey,
rifle
yeah.
coffee,
Yeah.
like, God, dude, your shits come out of there like an Amtrak.
Mm.
Oh.
He's got to have something. There's got to be something about him. I'm so curious. He's got to have one just wild secret.
Yeah, it's probably like a.
I like that he has a video of him saying the N word 50 times. Like, there's got to be something hidden about him.
Yeah, I hope it's that he just like likes to wear a diaper around, and just like wear like because he would just look amazing.
Just,
in a
oh,
diaper.
dude, he
So
looks
funny
sick.
looking.
He just
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
to grab a cup of coffee in the morning with a diaper,
Yeah.
petting his little dog.
He looks like a baby. He has
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a baby's body.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because babies kind of get that like distended stomach.
Yeah.
Like, but you can like see that it's like it's not like fat. You know?
Yeah, yeah, it's just baby.
thick and
Dude.
bald.
You would be the greatest comedian in the world if you get on Joe Rogan. You go, you're a baby. Just before the podcast.
You look like a baby, Joe.
Yeah, wow.
Jamie, bring up a picture of Joe next to a picture of a baby.
Nobody in the comedy world has any balls to do anything even close to that. I'm like, that would be killer. dude.
Yeah.
Jim Gaffigan's honestly the only one I've really seen give it to Rogan to his face on
I
the
didn't.
podcast.
I didn't see it. I didn't think he went that hard. I think there was a video of them being like, Joe Rogan goes up against Gaffigan. He's like, well, I think the science might be different than you
No,
think it
no,
is."
not like that. Just about his life.
Oh,
Like his
yeah.
like Jim Gaffigan will like troll Rogan to his face. It's pretty funny. Like he'll be like, Joe Rogan will be like, check this out. It's like a kettlebell, and he'll be like, oh, that's good for someone like you, Joe, but I'm carrying like 4 or 5 of those up a mountain with a log attached to me, and it's just
a big donut up to my mouth every day.
no, I'm yeah. No,
How do you do it, Gaffigan?
I
know he's
Yeah,
do one of those.
I don't think that's a good
Yeah,
one.
I don't think the sign. Yeah, dude, I'm not with Gaffigan on his politics. I think he had his kids write a letter to Joe Biden or something. Cool move, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
That's a cool guy thing
Yeah,
to
my
do.
kids are
on
gonna-
in any term. Like,
I'm not even going to teach my kids how to write.
Yeah, dude.
yeah. Fuck that.
I'm going to
teach
teach
them
them
how
to
to-
want to kill the
I'm going
president.
to teach them how to Bitcoin.
yeah, Mike. I'm a-
OnlyFans.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna teach them like African click language, so they can just be black as hell even though they're
Yeah.
white.
Yeah, you're
And-
just
and-
signaling from
yeah.
the trees
And
when
they-
the mail arrives. Like, 2 packages, honey.
Dude, that'd be so. God, man, just ruin my kids' lives, but have them be like a cool piece in my house where I'm like, yeah, check this out.
Oh man, if there was like any language I was to learn, it would probably be
Italian.
Chinese.
Oh, you think so? 'Cause
Italian is too close. You can just kind of jazz up English, and it is Italian. Same thing with Spanish.
Yeah, yeah,
When everyone's like, "Oh, I speak Spanish." It's like, yeah, you can derive whatever they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, da da da. It's all in the. you
Yeah,
know.
there was a
It's all in
Italian
the
guy at the show
spice.
last night. I was like, "Do you do drugs?" He's like, don't. I was like, "Drogas." He
Yeah,
goes,
yeah.
He goes, "That's Spanish." I go, "Yeah, but you know what the fuck I said." Fucking noodle slurping marinara monkey.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, offensive. More slurs than you've heard before.
Yeah, but also the thing.
Slurs per second. Michael Good, 4.8 SPS. He's touching unprecedented. Some are saying he's the Shohei Ohtani of podcasts.
Who's Shotei Ohtani?
He's like the Asian baseball player who is like absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, okay.
He's a pitcher and he's a batter, so he
Okay.
does it all. He's probably the best baseball player since what's his name, like Ted Williams.
Okay, I don't know who any of these guys are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep up. I don't know.
I don't do sports. No sports on this podcast.
And
That's
he's
for
from
gays.
Japan.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's pretty good. Speaking of Japan, I saw Godzilla.
You did too?
How was
Yeah.
it?
It fucking ruled.
I didn't like.
You didn't like because you're a bitch ass motherfucker, Patty.
I
That's
didn't-
why.
I thought it was like kind of. It was like watching an anime. Every time like one of those actors acted, they'd be
Japanese
upset
guys
and they're
yelled.
Like, "Oh!" It's like dude,
Is the whole
like,
cast Japanese?
Yeah.
the whole cast except
Okay.
Godzilla, dude.
Sure, it's not the same guy.
They
Just
got
different
a
angles.
European as Godzilla. European giant lizard.
You didn't like it? I fucking thought it ruled.
I thought
dude.
the battle scenes were really cool. You know
So
what pissed me off? That was before the movie. They were showing a preview for this it's like not a rom-com kind of thing. You know the one about the woman who like writes a book and she gets
Yes.
it's like an espionage thing. They're like trying to kill her or whatever.
Yeah.
I think Bryan Cranston's in it. And they do the thing in the trailer where they show like all like there's just like Bryan Cranston steps into frame and you're supposed to be like, oh, it's Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Whoopee. But then they do the same thing with Finn Wolfhard, that kid from Stranger Things.
Oh, I hate that kid.
They like show him. It's like, what? Like, are we as adults supposed to be excited about like a child in a movie? They're the worst actors in the movie.
There was
There
was one occasion where I got excited. I hate to cut you off.
No,
there was
you're
one
good.
occasion I was excited about this. I went to go see Triple X.
State of the Union?
No, Return of
There
Xander
should not
Cage.
be a child
Reserve-
in a Triple X movie.
Oh, yeah, there was a third one.
Yes.
Holy shit.
So the first one is Vin Diesel, and it's very funny because I'll just get to my story. I hated to cut you off.
I had nothing else.
Okay. So the first one is Vin Diesel is basically like he's like a motorcycle guy who like
James Bond.
yeah, and they're like, oh, we're gonna have you work for the CIA for like no reason other than you can do cool things. And then he goes to like a Russian nightclub and he's like, I like doing bad things. And the Russian just like mob guy goes, we will work together. And they just work together just based on him being like, you're cool.
Yeah, it is very convenient that all criminal activity is headquartered at a strip club.
Yeah.
Like if you're just in any city, you go to the strip club, you can find a super villain.
They're surrounded by like an entourage and women. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the perfect because it's 2000, so it's playing like you know what Ramstein is, right?
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
And then the second one is Ice Cube. He's like in jail or something.
They break him
because
out.
he's black. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not
It was that.
society put him there. I'm not saying he belongs there. That's just what
These
happened.
blacks.
Yeah, exactly. So probably mistaken identity, blame for somebody else. Anyways, the third one, it's called The Return of Xander Cage. So Vin Diesel comes back, and we went to see the movie in bald cap. So we all dressed up as Vin Diesel. I got like a leather jacket. I really went all in.
Wow.
And nobody in the movie theater was remotely phased. It was like Tallahassee, Florida. I'm like, they're gonna get a kick at this. Everybody's just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then, but at the end of the movie, Ice Cube comes out with a rocket launcher, and like the last 3 minutes of the movie, and he goes,
These blacks.
and he goes, rock, paper, scissors, grenade launcher, or something like that. And then he comes out to an Ice Cube song, which is the most breaking the
Yeah.
fourth wall kind of
Yeah.
thing. And I was like, yes.
That rules.
That was my excited moment. I was so excited,
Damn,
dude.
dude.
That is awesome.
I would have been hyped if I saw that too.
And nobody cared that was anyone else in bald caps?
No.
Nobody-
Well,
Dude,
me and
that
two
is-
other friends were in ball cap. I bought like 4 because I was going to do it. Everybody said, I'm not going to buy my own ball cap. I'm like, fine, I'll buy them for everybody.
That is the worst because like when I was in college, it was Halloween, and my college just had like a big hockey team. We had like a D1 hockey team, and on Halloween we're like, oh, we'll dress up, and so we dressed up as the Blue Jean Committee. Do you know that?
No.
That's
No.
like from that documentary Now show with like Fred Armisen and stuff.
That is funny, but I haven't seen
They made like a fake band called the Blue Jean Committee. Dude, it's like their music is so fucking good, and it's
Yeah.
so funny because like Bill Hader has this like really beautiful high singing voice. It's like a beautiful woman's voice, but it's Bill Hader. But so we dressed up in like these just Canadian tuxedos, like full beer, like American flag. Showed up, nobody was dressed up. Nobody even cared. Nobody.
Yeah.
And dude, once you cross that, you're just like an idiot in
Yeah.
a costume. Like,
Dude,
kind of
I
thing.
dated a girl.
Yeah.
She was a lawyer. She went to like in Connecticut, like Hartford, which is like the capital. She went to a Halloween party at the mayor's house. It was supposed to be like spiffy. It was a Halloween party, and she like misunderstood, so she went as R2D2. So there's all these like rich white people like walking around a house party, and there's this little hot Asian girl just in a R2D2 thing, being like, "Hi, everyone."
That is kind of baller.
Yeah.
She ruled. Yeah, she was mad cool.
She's like, everyone's making fun of me now till the Empire strikes. And I'm needed.
Yeah.
I almost got a friend with that one time. He's like, what's the dress code? I told him it was a pirate-themed party. And he almost just went to this party in high school dressed up as a pirate.
But it wasn't.
No. I mean,
That's
maybe
awesome.
Just Johnny shows up as a pirate. I'm like, this is a great idea.
That would have been hilarious.
And then I think he asked like one other person. He told him it was not. But I'm like, if I would have told somebody else, we could have gotten him.
Yeah. Pirates. I haven't dressed up for Halloween in like 7 years.
Dude.
I was an astronaut this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was annoying too because I couldn't find like which costume they had like, dude, they had like a giant astronaut costume, and then they had like a stormtrooper costume, and I ended up buying both of them. And just, dude, Jesus
You
fucking
have the
Christ,
next
I don't
one
have a
next year.
day job right now. I don't have. I'm just
should
realizing how I bought 2 Halloween costumes. Just
That's dumb.
And they had other ones that I could have done, but I'm like, no, I don't want to be Spider-Man. I was trying to get laid, so I was like, what's the
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
perfect
thinking
medium?
about this stormtrooper. Who's gonna the
Yeah.
stormtroopers notoriously can't shoot anything.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
He's
But
gonna miss my pussy with his dick.
Yeah. Well, the bottom half was I just took the pants from the Stormtrooper one, and then
Yeah.
I combined the costumes.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no way I was going to go as a stormtrooper. There'd be 0% chance I get pussy. But an astronaut's like a funny, but like not too. Because like Spider-Man, you could just see my cock in the Spider-Man costume, and it's, nobody wants to.
Yeah.
Even if I had a big cock, girls.
Oh,
would be
so
like,
you got the Miles Morales. You went
These
Miles.
blacks.
That'd be funny to do blackface under it. You'd be like, but nobody could see it. You're like, who are you? You're like, I'm Spider-Man. The black one.
Dude, oh, that's hilarious, dude. I went as Daredevil season 1 this year. I don't know if you understand that. You might.
Oh
You're-
yeah, that's like he doesn't have like a uniform.
No,
right?
he has.
He's just
dressed
a
in.
guy
He's
who's
dressed in all black, but he has a black bandana, like do-rag
Yeah, yeah.
wrapped around his eyes and head.
Yeah.
Crushed it, dude. Did get laid. It fucking ruled,
Wow.
dude.
I'm always like
that is sick. You got.
I'm
laid
always
with
like
that.
impressed when people get laid.
Did you have like dildo sticks? You know,
No,
like the sticks
dude.
he
I
uses?
went. Yeah, I went straight as Daredevil to a party, and that was that.
I love do-rag dudes. He's like,
What? I would pull it over my eye. People are like, who are you? I pull it down so it's over my eyes.
Yeah.
But I couldn't walk around for that long like that because I could see, but it was hard.
I'd love to put a little girl's head of hair in front of Daredevil and see if he becomes the true Daredevil.
Is there a
that night.
7-year-old around here? Who invited the 7-year-old to the Halloween?
And we're like, oh,
sex
yeah.
party?
Truth or Daredevil?
Damn, that's the name of the episode, bro. No doubt in my mind. I'm writing it down right now.
Truth or Daredevil?
Truth or Daredevil?
I like.
I gotta get one of these before they go cold.
Some of those were good. It's really funny. I think I was talking to you about this, Patty, where like a lot of those movies you thought were sick, and then you look on Rotten Tomatoes, you're like, Van Helsing, 20%? No way.
Yeah,
It's
Van
accurate.
Helsing sucks,
And then you
dude.
watch it, and you're like, oh, this sucks so bad. Like, it was cool when I was a kid, because I was like, dude, this is the most
There was like a
incredible
gay
movie.
Dracula in that or something. What was he doing in that Dracula? You remember Van
He
Helsing's
was
Dracula?
sucking
he was,
ween, I think.
Yeah, he was acting all weird.
Imagine sucking blood right from a ween, dude.
There is a
You give a
vein
guy a
on
blue
it.
chew before.
Yeah. He's standing in front of their asshole, and they're like, "Yes, you may enter."
Yeah,
By the way,
you-
he's doing my podcast tomorrow, or we're recreating all this. we're gonna be like, hey, remember 5 hours ago when we?
hell yeah, Patty, you deserve that hot dog for that one.
Yeah. How many can you fit in your mouth at once?
Probably that whole fucking. I can see Patty's
I
head.
could probably fit
I'd like
all
to
of
see
them, but
that.
I'd have to wash it down in the bidet.
Yeah, Patty. Patty, why aren't you getting laid, dude? Why don't you? You could easily do it, dude. You're an attractive
I'm not
man.
really like. If I like have sex with someone, I get very emotionally attached.
I do too, but you
Sorry
know,
to
I'm
bring
better
this
at.
podcast to
No,
a stop.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, both you guys are pondering like, am I living life the wrong way?
I'm just saying,
right
man.
now?
You could be out there
No, I was
slinging,
just thinking
dude.
of a way to make fun
I
of
know
you.
it.
Yeah.
Oh.
200%.
I,
Oh shit! Sorry.
I think sex is kind of disgusting.
Oh, you're one of
is-
those.
He is the most
You're okay,
prude
guys.
person because I'm disgusting. I'm a very big. I might have a sex problem, but he is like the most like. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's the most
yeah.
wholesome guy, but we.
We're kind of like the yin.
That
and,
wasn't at us.
yin and
Oh,
yang.
Yeah, we really are because like you. But he loves intimacy, which grosses me
I
out.
love intimacy.
It, like,
this
ugh.
right now.
See,
Gonna whack
I
off
like
to this one.
I actually like intimacy. I like PDA. Like I like when chicks will like touch me in public and stuff or hold my hand or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, holding hands I don't like too much. I get sweaty, but I like to be affectionate with someone. So I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But I talk about this in nauseum on this podcast. I also have trouble having sex with people I don't really like. So.
Oh, dude, I've had sex with so many people that I am literally unattracted to.
Oh, see, I can't. No.
I just thought about this one thing and got lost in my head because I was like cringing at it. But when I was in high school, my like high school girlfriend, who I was like madly in love with, I like courted her for like a year. Like that's just like what I just like court someone for a long time.
Yeah.
And I remember we went to like a football game together, and it was like one of the first things we went to as like a couple. And I just had my arm like around her for like the whole game, and like the whole time like didn't move, just like really close like this. And then like later in that night, there's like a dance, and like we both like took like a shot of vodka or whatever, and she turned and she's like, "I didn't like when you put your arm around me." I was like,
Owned.
It was the whole
Yeah, it was an
game.
hour,
You
yeah,
should have
yeah.
said something like right away. And dude, that stuff breaks my heart when I hear that.
Oh, really?
What? You
Yeah.
didn't want my love?
But it's like that's like such a. I'm just imagining. Wait, Patty, put your arm around me. Yeah, I don't like that. but it's
It
not.
was like around the waist. And there was
Okay,
a nice
wait.
jacket.
Let's do it again. It's
even worse.
It's
even worse.
It's intimacy. Like literally, if this guy tickled my balls as a
Yeah.
joke and called me gay or so, I would giggle. But the second he intimately puts his arm around my waist, it just, I don't know.
That
It's
is
just
true.
really.
Peterson always touches me to make me
Jordan
uncomfortable.
Peterson
No,
does?
Ryan.
Get over here.
You're not making your bed enough. You're leaving it untidy. Untidy bed is an untidy you.
is really good, Jordan Peterson.
Tell you who I'd like to put my arm around for an entire high school football game is Michaela Peterson.
Was that his dog?
Oh,
Oh, she is
yeah.
hot. Yeah,
She's fine.
No,
she's
she's
just
beautiful.
hot. 'Cause
What are you
you
talking
guys all
about?
think she's hot just because Jordan Peterson is Jordan Peterson.
No,
Jordan
I hate
Peterson's
Jordan
so-
Peterson. I
No,
think
me
he's so
too.
annoying.
I'm not a fan at all. I'm just saying it's because
Do you
that
have a
dork.
crush on Jordan Peterson?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex.
Dude, the funniest is so many dudes from my high school who like were cool will like share, and I'm like, how do you not realize how ridiculous
Dude,
you are?
same. Anyone who I know who's like, do you know who Jordan Peterson is? I'm like, do you not listen to how that man sounds?
Yeah.
Like, I can't listen to him based on his voice.
He's for a lot of people who don't have fathers.
Yes.
You know, they look
Yo,
to
if you
him.
don't have a dad and that's who you pick for your dad, you should just dads aren't for you. Dads aren't for you.
Yeah,
your
but-
dad left for a good reason because he knew you sucked.
He's got to be a better dad than like John Madden was, you know?
What was
he
John
that
Madden?
brother?
See, I don't know sports. Don't bring up sports
okay.
on the pod.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. What do you do?
He's probably a better dad, though, than most people.
Why was John Madden a
Jake.
bad dad?
Well, he was just always on the cover of Madden football. He was always making football.
Yeah.
So you don't.
So that he's not around, you know? Peterson just talks to like a room full of like 17-year-old men bursting at the seams.
He
with
cries so much. My favorite is him wearing the Two-Face. He wore a double color jacket like he's Two-Face or something like that, which is so funny. He's
Yeah,
like,
his attire is
"Heads,
interesting.
I talk about trans athletes.
a- Yeah, he is.
Tails, I talk about how hard it is being a man.
It's funny. It's funny the whole intellectual dark web thing.
Yeah, like Tim Pool and all that.
Yeah, because it's like it's supposed to be like these guys are bad, but it's also like, but they're very smart. It's like, you shouldn't listen to them, but god damn, are they enticing?
Yeah, I think I listened to Tim Pool a few like of his episodes just because it was there, and like Dave Smith was on and shit. But him and his whole crew are fucking dorks, dude.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the biggest dorks in the world. Like again,
They're
it's
not like us. We're cool podcasts.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying anyone who
I don't
listens
wear
to me.
beanies on podcasts.
I don't verbally sound like I was shoved into a locker into senior year.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
my
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Like everyone who he works with on his podcast.
Dude, that guy could debate himself out of a locker.
I know.
though. He could just start, well, actually, if you look at the statistic, the lock is just like twisting.
Yeah, how did Ben Shapiro just not have the shit kicked out of him every day forever?
For real.
There's no.
Oh no, he did. He did.
Really?
He
For
deserved
sure.
it.
That's
And he
like-
would have deserved it. If he acted like that, he 100%
Like,
deserves
it's
it.
so ridiculous. I'm a 27-year-old man, and like, I never bullied people in high school, but I see Ben Shapiro, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, I want to fucking
Yeah.
be so mean to him.
So, because his voice, it's grating.
And it's
Well,
very
he got
cunty.
it from just years of his head getting shoved in the toilet.
Get off me.
And
Yeah, yeah.
swirling.
Yeah.
It just took his vocal.
Actually, there's more water in here, so I'm going to drink it all, and my body will be more hydrated for tomorrow.
there's more gallons per flush in a flush in the toilet than are in a Brita.
There's actually not that much poop particles in here. I can't smell them at all. I can't smell it if I'm underwater. Fucking hate Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, I all of those guys, I'm like, I don't like them, but sometimes they do make some good points.
Not
Oh,
okay.
for sure.
Obviously,
Yeah.
no, obviously. Jordan Peterson technically isn't wrong about most of the stuff he says. He's just fucking annoying.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he acts like he literally tells you, be like, act like this, and then acts like not like that. It's strange.
Well,
to
that's
me.
why Jones is the only one I fucking love. He fucking lets it rip.
Well, he's the god. He's the Godfather. He's in his own universe of like
Dude.
just obscurity and insanity. I
Yeah.
do love that man. Like I hate people who hate him. Who are like, I hate Alex. I'm like, why?
You have
They're
to
like,
be able to respect.
Oh, you're like the Sandy Hook thing. You're like, yo, I get. Okay, you cannot like. You cannot like
The
that.
preface ready.
Yeah.
Like, how's he gonna weasel his way out of this?
You
one?
cannot. I'm like, sure, you cannot like that, but the degree of this man's absurdity is to be admired.
He's literally one of the most entertaining people I've ever seen in my life.
And he's in debt forever, and he's still crushing it. Like,
Yeah. We went to go see his movie, and we thought it was going to be like an honest perspective on him. And we get to the theater, and it's playing in the basement. And there's literally a guy that comes out of the office. He's like, "Are you guys here to see the Alex Jones movie?" We go, "Yeah." He goes, "It's right in there."
He had his own movie.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know. We didn't know what it was. It was just called Alex's War, and him yelling at the front. We're like, okay, maybe this is. I was like, it's playing at the Angelica, which is like a kind of like hipster theater. I was like, there's no way this is like. And then we get in the theater, and it's a bunch of bros semi-ironically seeing it. I went with one of my friends, Dan, and we're looking around. And everybody's like, yeah, he's fucking crazy, right? Makes a few good points, though. And then there was a trailer where the movie, it was like Aubrey Plaza, and she's like the hero. It's like, I don't take shit from it. And you hear every guy go, that looks awful. And then the movie turns on, and we find out it's just made by InfoWars, and it's him defending all the stuff he's about to get sued for, which is awesome. It's so good. But, yeah, there's a really...
Oh, wait, was that Aubrey Plaza movie? Was that the one where she, like, steals credit card numbers or something?
Maybe. I have no idea.
Ingrid Goes West was good.
I didn't see that one.
That's a good one.
But my favorite is Santa Claus. Or he does his bragging thing. There's this great compilation of stuff Alex Jones bragging about things. He goes, "Look, I don't like to brag, but I didn't believe in Santa Claus when I was 3 years old, and no one had to tell me otherwise." And I'm like, that's the funniest thing.
3 years old.
Yeah, he's like, "Look, not to brag. I'll never believe in Santa Claus. Not to brag. I got the most pussy in my high school."
through the documents.
Yeah.
I didn't see them.
The best is that video of him talking about black pussy. Have you seen that one? He's on like Flagrant or something. He's like, "I used to tear up a little bit of black pussy when I was in high school." He's like, all pink on the inside. Know what I mean? He's just hilarious. Like,
When he's on like Schultz or Rogan, it's fucking hilarious.
dude, he like sniffs some girl's feet on Kill Tony. I'm like, this is hilarious.
Yeah, he is like a beacon of comedy.
Yeah.
It's like it's so interesting because like comedy now is like we try to define it as like a genre, and it's like
Yeah.
you don't really get to choose what comedy is.
No.
Like he is comedy.
Dude, Trump,
A
object.
lot of rap is like
Oh
comedy.
my
Like,
God,
their
dude.
lines
Redman?
are like the lines are so ridiculous that they say it's like so funny that
Yeah.
it's like awesome.
Oh yeah, the 50 Cent thing's my. I just heard this 50 Cent thing
I got
recently.
one.
Some girl tried to like blackmail him. She's like, "I'm gonna tell everybody you ate my ass, or I ate your ass." And he's like, he like goes publicly. He's like, "Yeah, that bitch ate my ass." Just like totally, just owned it. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, why would it? That doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
My favorite Young Money, I think Mac Main says it. It's in the song "Every Girl in the World." He says. That's a little,
No.
he
Say it right
says,
now.
He goes, "I exchange V cards with the retards."
Wow.
I thought, and that is hilarious.
I can't
my
wait till
friends.
that gets used in court.
Dude,
in the young
yeah, right.
drug thought.
Oh,
young
Mac
thug
Main,
trial.
you exchange V cards with the pardon this jury retards. The retards.
Do they, when you're in court and like you use a word like that, do they use the actual word?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
I feel like if not, you can also like coax it out of them. They're like, and then
Say
you
it.
said
You're under oath.
He's the N word, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. What word? You're gonna have to refresh my ears.
Can you repeat that? Repeat it. Repeat it.
Can you repeat that with stank, Your Honor?
You drop a beat.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that now?
The defendant wants you to repeat that with stank to show the circumstances in which he said it.
Stank, dude.
Now say it while grabbing your crotch. Okay, there we go. That's accurate.
Yeah.
That's the way it was said.
Yeah, man. Man, dude. What were we just talking
dude,
about?
Are you gonna get some foot action on this podcast?
You know,
Do you want?
Do you know what's going on with him, right? Have you
your foot?
Yeah, we
what's-
talked about
Yeah,
it.
you have like a foot following
I have a foot follow
on your podcast.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, never introduced them. Welcome to the S Offense podcast.
hey.
I'm here today with Michael Good and Paddy Dufino.
Hey, I'm Michael Good.
And I'm Paddy Dufino.
That's
Did you ever do that in class?
yeah, it's the
Yeah,
opposite.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
the opposite.
And then she's like, is Trevor here? And you're like, here? And she's like, okay. And you're like,
Yeah, right.
Damn, sluts.
That's
That was
how-
always the best. I remember, dude, I had a teacher that brought that up to my parents like years later. She's like, I went 3 years thinking your son was
was Malik. He was not Tyrese Washington.
I was like, they don't look alike. It doesn't make any sense. It's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I am Michael Good for those people wondering though.
I wish there was like substitute like bosses like at work. Like just a guy who comes in, you're like, your boss is sick. I gotta like look over.
Yeah,
Like,
how do you guys run things here today?
yeah.
Oh, we normally drink beer all day.
They wrote my name on the board yesterday, but that was just a joke. I'm allowed to erase it today.
Sometimes he lets us play on our phones all day. Sometimes
We had to pull a card. I don't know if you guys ever did. If you got in trouble, you had to pull a card, and your first one is like pink. You pull that one, the next one's like yellow, and if like you have to pull that one, you lose like 10 minutes of recess or something.
Oh, that
and the
sucks.
third one is detention, dude. Pulling a card because you pull it, and then it's out for the whole day. So you're like, fuck, dude.
You get
I better
fucked.
hunker down and pay attention.
What's the most trouble you been in school?
On April Fool's one day, it was like the year there was like an experimental
Vaccine going on? I remember
vaccine.
this.
Yeah, I told you that. Have I told you this? There's like a meningitis or something, or no, it's an HPV vaccine.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
All of these girls in our
Got
high
that
school,
a little late, if you know what I mean. God damn.
all these girls in our high school were getting the vaccine, and a lot of them were like having seizures. There was like 5 or 6 girls that would have repeated seizures, like
Owned.
like multiple times a week, and it was kind of like freaky for all the students because we're like, what the fuck's going on? But on April Fool's Day, I told the class like, when the clock strikes 12, we're all gonna drop onto the ground and fake a seizure, and they were all like, yeah. And then like it's like 11:59. I'm like, all shoulder blades on my desk, just like looking around, and everyone like, yeah. And they're all like, yeah. And then it hits 12, and I drop to the ground, and I just start like flailing around, and I just hear Paddy. Like I open my eyes, no one else in the class dropped, and she threatened. She was like, "Go to the dean's office," and I was like, no. And she's like, fine, then sit down. That was the most trouble I ever gotten.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, actually, no.
Pussy.
I threw paper into like a girl's cleavage one time in the cafeteria and went to the dean's office.
That's
pretty
sexual
good.
assault.
Yeah.
Sexual
Yeah.
assault on your record
Yeah.
now.
She was a young bloomer. That was how I knew I wasn't a pedophile.
Yeah.
Right away.
What?
We were joking about how funny it'd be a guy at a bar mitzvah who's like, you're finally a man. He goes and kisses his girlfriend, and the cops come up and just arrest him for being a pedophile. They're like, sir, I think we all just decided this was a man and that's a little girl. You're going to jail, you sick son of a bitch.
Yeah.
The most trouble I got in when I was in 3rd grade, this girl like broke me up with my girlfriend.
Owned.
Yeah. So as a joke, I was
He
owned.
broke you up with your girlfriend?
She did. She's like, you should date Michael. He's like, meh, 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 meh.
Oh, wow.
He's gay.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not. It was called
Show
red.
you my penis right now in front of the class. It's not pink. Well, it is pink, but it's not gay pink. When is that Crayola color coming, dude?
It's the funniest idea. Every gay guy having a pink penis.
I knew I was gay the first time I looked at my penis. We always knew he would grow up to be gay. He would figure it out.
He just kept staring at his penis, trying to put it in his mouth. Who said, you can't reach that far? Patty, you can't reach that far.
And that's why, like, it's way easier to detect a black gay guy than a gay white guy. He's like, gay white guys, it's kind of close.
These blacks.
Yes, dude.
What are you... Sorry, I was trying to do a gay black guy. I had
some
trouble with
Like
it.
Magic John, or never mind.
I mean,
Dwight Howard. You know how Dwight Howard, like, all the stuff is coming out that Dwight
Yeah.
Howard's having sex with guys.
Hell yeah.
It's like, are you sure he was gay? Yeah, I'm sure.
We
he
saw
was
a penis.
gay.
I forgot his answer to it. That was bad. Like, it was
basically like, quit being nosy.
yeah. But he said, he says it was like, it was basically like, don't ask me where I park my car. It was on that level of like, literally him saying like, don't worry about what I do with my dick.
yeah.
But he said it in a very professional way, and you were just like, what? He just say like, and I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I don't like basketball, so that queer's not near me. I'm just kidding. I really don't care.
Yeah,
That's why we have to foul the players harder. in the league. Weed them out.
Isn't like everyone though? I feel like every like I don't know, that's like a thing now. And I feel like every famous black guy comes out that they're gay or something.
Well, you're talking
Black
about
guys have been
JD.
taking major L's this year, by the way. I know this is a weird subject for all the whites to bring up. But
Well,
it's
it's
been happening all year.
Yeah, look, if somebody has a bigger penis than me, I immediately will say they're gay, and I think that's what it's probably started by. It's a white deep state.
Yeah.
It's it's all these like white probably politicians deep in there. They're like, if we make every black guy gay,
Yeah.
women will not want to fuck that.
But like this year, dude, like across the board,
Yeah. You know who
athletes, actors, presidents,
You know who I
all have
definitely-
come out and been like, by the way, they are gay.
Yeah,
And you're
God,
just like,
Obama's gay. No, it was only in his brain though.
right, confirmed by him.
Obama, I believe, but you know who, like, nobody said anything, but I think is definitely gay, is RuPaul.
What gives you that?
You can't just.
It's just something
say
about
something
You
the
can't
look.
throw
platform.
accusations
Yeah.
about a guy who
I
does
just
it,
like look at RuPaul
talks and acts
I
like
just
that.
feel like RuPaul.
Yeah, but have you seen his show? There's all these hot chicks on it.
Yeah,
no
dude.
way.
Yeah.
Would you call he's like as masculine as we brought up earlier, 50 Cent. What's the difference between those two men?
Yeah, well, 50
Nothing.
Cent used to have a whole $1 before he deposited half of it in RuPaul's ass.
RuPaul kind of looks like a little gay black ninja turtle a little bit. You know what I mean?
Or like one of their villains. He actually looks like
Yeah.
a skinny Doctor.
Yeah.
He looks like a skinny Dr. Eggman.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
kind
Now
of
that I
a
think of-
master in disguise.
Sonic, you're gonna dress like a girl today.
Yeah, he's like the guy from Lazy Town. You know,
I'm
that guy from
interested.
Lazy-
I'm only interested in one ring, Sonic, and that's the one in your house.
I never played I was always a Mario guy, big time Mario.
Yeah, Mario's better in every single way.
Yeah.
There's almost no the fact that they've teamed up and there's been like which one's the more like bigger icon? It's like
also
always
like
Mario.
the only good Italian representation in the media.
Right?
Like
Yeah.
all the rest is like a very negative.
Yeah.
Like it makes them look cool, but
It
it's a lot
does.
of just Italian people
Yeah, it's-
killing each other.
That is true.
Well, that was I have a family
or
friend
yell,
like that. who's-
fighting, yelling. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was talking about that Italian family friend who's like super racist. He's like they commit all the crime. It's like you created organized crime. That's your thing. And you're very proud of it. Like you go to an
Yeah.
Italian restaurant, it's like the mob, like
Dude,
the
They have,
Godfather.
yeah,
of the
they
wall.
have like different Danishes named.
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
There's a good restaurant in New Haven called Goodfellas that has TVs in every room that plays Goodfellas nonstop all day.
Wow.
Nonstop. Just on loop.
There's like three Goodfellas, or is it just one? What is Goodfellas? Is it
What?
A show?
There's one of them.
What?
It's a great movie.
It's a movie.
What the fuck?
I've never seen
You have a dad?
I do have a.
The
dad.
fuck your dad, dude. He didn't show you Goodfellas
No,
at one point in your life?
No,
Are you
I
sure
was
he's a
never
real
allowed-
man?
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong
Have you
with
seen-
you?
when was the last time you saw his penis?
Yeah.
When was the last time?
Call
I was
your dad
very
right
young,
now.
and it might have just been the lighting, which made it
Dude,
look pink.
he could have had a big clitoris.
Dude,
Yeah, it might
call
be a
your
little.
dad and
Ask him
say,
if he's
why
a
did
man."
you never show me the movie Goodfellas? And he better have a good fucking reason.
No, you don't even need that. Just ask him to show him his penis. Say, Dad, I want to see your penis.
Honestly, I should just see my dad's penis because I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not be as big as you remember.
Yeah.
Say, Dad,
you need like a refresher.
totally. Yeah. Say the guys are making fun of me, and please just do this me one favor. Just show me your penis.
You know
Let me
what's
take a picture of
interesting?
it.
He never showed me like Goodfellas or like he got mad at me for watching like Family Guy one time. He was like very
Dad
strict
sucks,
Catholic.
dog. Oh,
But then because
My
he
mom
was
was
so
like that.
strict and Catholic, on Good Friday we'd watch The Passion of Christ.
Yeah.
oh
Which
my
is like the most
Dog.
horrific movie.
Dog.
Like,
Yeah, I've never seen it.
dude.
it's rough.
Dude, we weren't allowed because of the mass or whatever on Good Friday. We were not allowed. Me and my whole cousins, we always went over my grandmother's and shit. She always had movies and TV that we didn't have. Never allowed to watch TV on Good Friday before 3 p.m.
Yeah.
God hates that.
Unless Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
Which is, again, what a
Which
stipulation.
is so like ironically like a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we would watch it to kill time,
Yeah.
but we would also, in the middle of it, be like,
I'd watch it
this
to
is
kill Jesus.
But it is a brutal fucking movie. But I also watch horror movies, so The Passion of the Christ is kind of like
It's just
Nothing.
sad. It's like
They're like doing things they didn't do. They're like sawing his arm off. I don't think this happened.
He's got his head in a vice.
You have 3 minutes. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Father, they know not what they do.
We did. I will say this. We went to. I never seen Passion of the Christ, but my dad brought us to
You don't have
the
to watch
Holy
it.
Land Experience, which is a religious theme park in Orlando, Florida, where we went on Easter and you just watch a man get brutally whipped and blood all over the place. And I was like, can we have just died egg?
And then you go on a roller coaster and shake it off?
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, it's funny too because I remember we were on a field trip one time. I was with my friends. We're going to a wrestling tournament, and we drive by the Holy Land Experience, and we're all kind of looking at it. And I go, my buddy turns around and goes, yeah, it's not good. Like, we just knew exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, Good Friday sucks.
Good Friday sucked,
It's
yeah.
like, because it's the day, first of all, it's the day Jesus died.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're like, fuck, he
Yeah.
died. And then you're not supposed to eat meat.
Yep,
You got to go to
sucks.
church.
Yep.
And then you got to, like,
Not
be
wa-
sad.
Yeah,
Like,
not
why does he
watch
want
TV.
everyone- he wants everyone to be sad.
We
Like,
would bring that up. I don't think God gives a shit if we watch TV.
No.
No.
I don't think so. I think, like,
As long as you're watching
God-
Bible Man. You remember that guy?
No,
It's like a biblical superhero
Oh,
called
I
Bible
just know
Man.
the vegetables. That's the only
Oh,
thing
the
I
Veggie
remember.
Tales?
Yeah,
Veggie Tales, baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
Vegetable stories.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford Veggie Tales. We had to go with vegetable limericks.
Yeah, they're not going to be fruits. They're going to
Yeah.
be vegetables. They're not going to have any fruity shit. Our kids aren't watching that.
Yeah. What else do you do? Like, I don't know. It's kind of lame to just like want to. Wait, what were we just talking
Hold
about?
on.
I had
Yeah,
something.
Goodfellas.
Oh,
You've
We never talked
seen
about the most
Goodfellas.
trouble I've ever been in, but it's fine.
That's true.
It's fine.
yeah.
Me or him?
No, yeah.
I've been in. I just stole in.
I've never been in trouble.
Oh,
I've
that's
been a
true.
Good boy.
Before we get into that, you were watching Goodfellas one day. I can't believe you haven't seen this movie.
Yeah, Goodfellas, Jaws. I've never seen the Titanic.
No wonder you can't reference.
Never seen
it.
The
I farted hard,
Godfather.
guys,
Never
sorry.
seen The Godfather 2. Seen The Godfather 3.
Really? No. That's the worst one. Yeah.
I've seen all the Harry Potters though, and that's like they kind of capture every emotion in those movies. So I feel like I'm.
For what?
I ripped ass.
Oh, thank you for the heads up. Appreciate that.
You're a guest on the. I should have just let it happen. It would have been funnier.
Yeah, to just watch my face.
You're like, the fuck. Where's the worst you've gotten in trouble, Michael? Good.
Oh, well, by the way, they asked my mom to be in Jaws, and she said no.
Are you serious?
Mom?
Yeah, they filmed it in like the beach she was at, and it was before he was like big, and she's like, I don't want to be in some stupid shark movie with. She wasn't gonna be like the head. It's not like
Right,
my mom
no.
was gonna be like,
She's
shark
in the
in
background.
water.
Yeah.
She wasn't gonna be like, I've seen this shark. She was.
That's interesting. Your mom was in that because Alex's mom was cast in the role of woman who has sex with me all the time.
Damn, dude.
Nice.
That's not cool, bro.
Jaws. dude.
Yeah, it's
That
called.
was not
Teeth.
cool. My mom would never have sex with a fat man like this. But my dad was
just a
fat.
hat.
I just I could have left that out, but I wanted to be true to the universe.
Yeah. Let people know.
So
your
she
true
might have. She
opinions.
actually
What
might.
if?
That's
what
what
if
I had to
you
get ahead of
making-
it.
What if you making a fat joke about me just ended the sex life between you and your mom?
Me and my mom.
What if that happened in the universe? Wouldn't you be sad for
No.
your mom and your dad? Wouldn't you be sad most
Oh,
of
I
the
thought
You
saying
said
he has
me
sex
and
with
my
his
yeah.
mom.
You said like I had sex with my mom.
No, it ends his parents. having
Oh well,
sex.
they're divorced.
okay.
So
Well, you said your ends your sex life with,
with
your
you
mom.
and you and your mom. I was like, that's
I'm down to
horrifying.
riff that though. I like
I
us
don't.
joking about
I
having
don't.
sex with
Let's
his mother.
move on.
Alex,
When's the worst time you got in trouble?
Mama's- Alex, mama, you silly.
Ew.
Hey, who am I? I'm Alex's
Yuck.
mom having
This
sex
is
with Alex.
Okay.
All right, I'll pull back.
What's the worst? When'd you get in trouble, Mike?
Well, the last thing I want to say about Jaws real quick was that girl at the beginning, the naked one, went to my mom's high school. I'm like, thank God my mom wasn't the naked one with I just would have never gotten. I would have. My mom's
Yeah.
tits would have been like the most popular tits in movies.
That's true.
No, I was in third grade, and
Wait, do they show nipple in Jaws?
it's
No,
like
it's-
dark
yeah,
and it's hard to see. But it was PG back then. They would do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
She looked good too from that view.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I hate that movie because I love it, but I hate movies now when people get eaten by animals. I used to watch all of them, and I can't.
What
anymore.
are all of them?
like crocodile, alligator,
Cocaine bear?
shark, attack,
Anaconda?
1, 2, and 3, anaconda, boa, python, 1 and 2.
What happened? Why don't you like those?
Dude, I don't know what it is, but I like viscerally imagine what it
Going
would be
through
like
that?
to be
Yeah.
eaten by something. Saber-tooth.
How do you enjoy any movie though? You're watching like Schindler's List. You're like, man,
I
imagine
know.
if that was
no,
me.
it's just specific. It's specifically eating. It's like getting consumed by an animal makes me like really get sick to my stomach.
Dude, there's like a psychological disorder where specific types of people, when they watch stuff like that, they feel the pain that like the other people.
So I
like,
don't.
if they see someone stub
Versus
their toe,
me-
they'll like feel pain in their foot.
Versus me who watches Schindler's List. I got no feelings.
You're like, is this a comedy?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a lesson in German. I think.
Yeah.
That's how little I feel after this movie.
But no, There's also the opposite. There's people that have a fetish for being eaten.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you ever see that movie Raw?
No.
It's a movie about a girl who figures out she likes biting and like eating people and stuff. And then at the final scene in the movie is like her dad takes her in his office and is like, "Honey, you need to know that like what you do is crazy, but like you need to like learn to find someone who will accept you for who you are." And he takes his shirt off and he's just got his whole upper body is like missing chunks from it, which indicates that like she gets it from her mom. Like he's got scars everywhere, and that's just the end of the it's the end of the movie. It's a great movie,
crazy.
solid flick, solid flick. Honestly,
Dude, Army Hammer must have watched that and been like, "Yes, I'm
Yeah.
not alone."
I want Army Hammer to eat a person. I want.
Dude, can that happen on Ellen? We got a kid. Come out here, little Thomas. You're gonna get eaten by Army
Ellen
Hammer.
dancing with the kid. I want like because I think things like that they need
they
to
do
be
the Dougie. Yeah.
They need to be like Army Hammer needs to see this through to the end. Like we all need to see him see this through to see what happens when he. We need to know what happens in the world after Army Hammer eats a child.
He just has a fetish, though.
Well,
He's
it's
a
so
weirdo
funny though
with a
too because
fetish.
I've had fetishes when you try them in real life. Like that's not for me, which is so funny. It's like he eats a human. He's like, ugh. Oh, well, that sucks. I just killed him.
Because what happens is like we keep like joking about cannibalism, blah blah blah, and like no one ever like does it, and he never does anything, whatever. We just keep inching closer to this thing where it's like acceptable. We need someone to blast through it, so we're like every like 6 years or so, they're like, "Well, I'm not going to do it because remember what happened to Army Hammer back in the day?"
I like the idea of him being like, we got a man for you to eat. He's like, ew, I'm not gay. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, not for me.
But, the most, or we can talk about it. That was
Zach Amico. If you guys know him, he's a comedian.
He could eat a person.
Well, I go on.
He could eat a whole guy.
I go on the road with him sometimes, and he's like tried to do that at Skankfest, where he wants to have Chris from Brooklyn slice off like a piece of his like thigh or leg or something, just a slice of skin, and they cook it on a hot plate for him.
I love that this is where podcasting. We had. Are you not entertained? I love this gladiator style of podcast. Like we're gonna shove a gun up Big J's ass. We're gonna slice off. I like this. Is so much better than.
But for real, I actually forgot.
I feel like I could hide inside of Zach.
Okay,
who is
good guy
listening
and like
He's a very
operate
good guy.
him.
All right.
Who is listening to Ben Shapiro when they are talking about cutting a man's leg off? There's so much better.
Yo, for
shit
real.
out there. Yeah.
For real. Zach's the man.
Yeah, he's the man.
All right.
I've never met him. I'd love to meet him.
He'd probably dislike you just because
That's
a lot of people do. I'm just kidding. I love you, Pat.
I do like that's one thing I'm like I'm never gonna hope someone will be my friend who's like higher up because I'm like it doesn't work like you just find your friends along the way.
Yeah. Oh, I've had that
So-
where you're talking to a bigger comic and you're like, yeah, he's gonna.
You're like he's gonna meet. For some reason, I didn't even meet him, but like I saw I was on the same show as Mike Racine, and I had like a dream the night before that we became like best friends. 'Cause I
bet on
love his comedy.
He's the
so
man,
much.
dude. I was on a show with him early in the day, and after my set, he said good stuff, and I was like,
Hey, good stuff, man.
yeah. And I was like, yeah. And I bombed,
that was-
and
yeah,
I was
that
like,
was
I don't
really
think
good.
he meant it. And I like walked off into the distance. I was like, I don't think he meant it.
just hating yourself.
Well, I was also like, he didn't have to say anything though. So fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, somebody brought up the funniest thing.
Aren't these chicks walking by fucking ugly, by the way?
I'm
just kidding.
I wouldn't even joke. I've joked about a lot of things. There's nothing I've been more serious about than they are hot.
That's the
The hottest
bit.
women I've seen all day.
Yeah, but
For sure. And I went to a Barbie parade earlier for different reasons. I was trying to trade in my penis for a blue one. You know what I mean?
No, I love that's like one of my favorite things to. That's like the only real life bit I get to do a lot is if there's like an attractive woman and they have to be objectively. It can't be like some guy will be like, oh, that's not for me. It has to be like an objectively attractive woman walks by and you just turn to whoever you're with and go, girl was fucking ugly. Just like, and everyone's like, what? Because they objectively are attractive. It's like it turns off their brain where they're like, what? Are you serious? And you're like, I'm just kidding, dude.
That is, I love that is a good one.
Yeah.
Or
I need more bits like that.
throw it in and be like, yo, I would never have sex with her. And then they're like,
what? Yeah.
I love it. It's fun. Do it. Try it.
Yeah, I'll try it.
The thing I was thinking about was really funny. So you were talking about like the way you look at older comics is so funny because like there was this like cute girl who had been doing comedy like not that long, and I was like, dude, I think she's like flirting with me. And somebody goes, no, she's just talking to you the way people talk to comics that they look up to, and I'm like, oh God, this is how I look talking to Shane Gillis. Yeah, just that look in your eyes. You're like, yeah, comedy's so cool. And I'm like, God. Like the second I was like, I'm literally gonna go home and kill myself because I was like just realizing I've looked you for sure. There's a glimmer in your eye where you're like, yeah. How long?
Dude, there's some comics like I run into them back home and like they are younger and it is that like they start talking to you about stuff and you realize like, oh, we're on different planets right now. Like they're like, yeah,
and I'm on planet success.
I'm on planet ass and pussy. I actually did hear that as well. Because I forget who the guests were, but I was like watching Real Ass Podcast.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, let me see this. And they're like, yeah, I'm going on tour with Alex Thomas. Oh shit!
I've hung out with that guy.
Someone's sharing a twin bed with Zach Amell, who I know.
We've never shared a bed.
Yeah, you can't. No,
stop it.
No thing has ever shared.
He
a
needs
bed.
to have other beds shared with him.
Beds share with Zach
Amell. He was on the pod recently. I love this man.
That's really funny. Beds share with Zach Amell.
He would appreciate it.
Well, my favorite version is something similar to that. Thanks, man. I was talking to Greg Giraldo Jr. has this bit about like he was brought up on Joe Rogan, but he's brought up on Joe Rogan as like I think Joe List was on there and he's like, yeah, no, he's I think he's new to stand up. And that was all it was said. I think he's just getting started. He's just like,
wait, who got brought up?
Greg Giraldo Jr.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, he is new to stand up.
No, I know, but it's such a funny way to be like not because I know him. I'm like, I think he's funny, and I think,
like Greg.
Yeah, I think he's got like great stage presence. I was like, he is technically new to stand, but it's a funny no compliments added to he's new to stand up.
I did kind of a funny thing the first time I met him because like I've never met him, but like they brought him up as Greg Giraldo Jr. So I'm like, oh, I wonder who this guy is, you know?
Yeah.
And like he did his set, and I was up after him, and I was like, guys, I don't know if you know this, that last comic. His father is a very famous comic. His father is the Gilbert Gottfried.
That's pretty funny.
I got like a laugh, and I was like, I think he liked. Like, he laughed really hard. I was like, yeah, he's a real. He's like a real comic.
He's cool as hell. I like him,
man. Yeah. Giraldo, the first time I met him, I'll tell him. I'm gonna have him on the pod one day, I'm sure. But the first time I met him, I didn't even meet. Well, I didn't meet him. We were on a mic together, and I saw Greg Giraldo just on the thing. And I read it, and I was like,
am I dead?
No, but I was like, and then I saw him go up and do his act, and he was funny, and then I was going to approach him after and be like, hey, man, you don't have to write down a dead comic's name, dude. You're funny on your own. Like, I don't know why that's not funny. Like, I was going to do that to him, and then he left, like, before I could do anything, and I wasn't even going to, like, talk down to him and be like, hey, man, this is not even, like, telling him not to, be like, hey, man, you could just do it. You know, you're funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to start going up as Patrice O'Neal.
That's the thing. And then,
wow! Look at all the white pussy in here. Damn the...
But yeah.
Let me look at them titties. Come on.
Oh, man, dude. But yeah, then I found out he was really Greg Giraldo.
Yeah, he's the Greg Giraldo Jr.
He's Greg Giraldo Jr. Nice guy, man. I like him a lot.
That's got to be hard because I think he has a brother. That's got to suck when your son's named after the father, but not the other one. You're like, I'm Kevin Giraldo.
Kevin Giraldo, the first.
I'd feel that loved.
Yeah.
All right. Boys, we're at the time when I usually
we're at
call
the
it.
allotted time.
Yeah. Are you guys
wow.
you guys cool
We
with
just
that?
kissed.
Yeah, people will never know the most trouble I got. No, I like leave.
It sucks that like nobody
leave it
listens.
off.
We
Nobody
did never
listens.
get that.
I never. No, it's funnier if we should. I like pissing people off. I'm just never gonna tell.
We're not gonna tell them, and maybe next time you come on, we'll tell you.
We'll do it. Listen to Morning Good podcast, and you'll hear about the most trouble I ever gotten.
Oh yeah, so plugs, guys. Patty, Michael, whoever wants to go first.
Patty's doing better than me. So
Well,
fucking
if you,
pop
if
this
you
guy.
like feet, then then by the analytics of feet, I am many steps ahead of Michael.
You are steps. That's good too.
But yeah, check out News from Bed on YouTube and whatever. And Patty is Funky on Instagram.
Yeah, it's a great time. My favorite. I'm enthusiastic about. Sorry, I was just zoning out while saying. I was going through. I love doing your podcast. It's a blast.
I love having you. Dude.
Yeah. Morning Good is my podcast on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Michael Good Comedy on Instagram. If you told me that you heard me on this podcast, I'll follow you back. But then if you just want to follow me regularly and not have me follow back, then just follow me or whatever.
But you want him to follow you.
Yeah, oh, trust me.
Oh.
You're going to want that, yeah.
Ow, 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 wow.
Also, yeah, the third episode I had a transracial woman on, but it gets. I have to keep pushing it this way. She was born white, had the surgery, but that's the third episode. The other ones are way better. We didn't know how to podcast. We got her on way too early. I should have done that like season 15, but I did that the third episode.
They're also doing.
Hell yeah, brother.
By the way, you'll get a good look in the video, but they're doing transracials better now as well.
yeah.
Both have improved in the past. couple years.
Yes. She's doing better. I'm doing better. And, thank you. Yeah, Morning Good Podcast, Michael Good Comedy Instagram.
Hell yeah, guys. You already know. If you don't, please follow me on Instagram at SillySelly. All S's, no spaces, I at the end. Follow Yes Offense Podcast on Instagram. And Patty, fucking dad. Subscribe on YouTube, please. Leave a review on iTunes. No, we need to. I have to edit that. God damn it.
I didn't
Blur
even.
it,
I
blur
didn't
it.
even sneak any crack in there. You'll be good.
No. 105. Subscribe on YouTube, leave a review on iTunes. I'd really appreciate it. Give 5 stars. I don't care if you write the N-word in the description. Just
But I care.
leave me a 5-star review.
Wait, if you put the N-word in the description, put hyphen and then Michael Good. That's if I said it.
Yeah, just
And then put a timestamp so everyone thinks you said it at that time.
nut jab. Follow me.
To my
I want to
ass.
start doing it, just writing the N-word and putting somebody's name below it.
Stop doing the bit in the middle of the plugs.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine, dude.
Wait, do people even listen? This
It doesn't
far?
matter if they do or don't. It's my
People
podcast.
listen a minute 30. They get a good look at my feet. They blast off, and then they turn on Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, check my Instagram for my dates because I don't. I'm just not as consistent as I'd like to be, but I'll be out and about because a lot of people book me the day of. Everyone else can get a fucking month's worth of shit 2 months in advance. I don't get it. Thanks. And if anyone wants me to come do I got to start doing plugs at the beginning. You're right. If anyone ever wants me to come do a show, just DM me to talk prices and shit like that. And don't expect it to be cheap if you're out of state. All right, that's nonsense. I've had people ask me from out of state, and I hit them with like, yeah, it's between, depending on where you are, it's between $500 and $1,000 because I have to travel and it's a whole fucking production.
That's a lot of money.
Dude, I just went to Vermont for $0 to do a festival.
For my own show.
Yeah,
So
so
if you want me and you have all the equipment, that's one thing. I offer them that. I go, if you want just me, I'm cheap. But if you need me to come put up a production, it's a lot of money.
and bring
so.
comics.
By the way,
And
also-
bring comics. So it's like, please just
That's for
DM me.
sure.
I'm super cheap if you need me to come far or, by myself. But if you need all the equipment and everything and the show, it's more money.
By the way, I do have to say this. I had a lot of fun at the Vermont Comedy Festival. I was kidding. I was joking around. I didn't get paid, but it was a great time.
Lie.
Nice.
I just-
See you, nerds.